Welcome guys back to Villa Tech Tips. As I'm doing a hard drive series of videos, hard drives have been known to be very complicated. As I go to buy one, I get confused myself by the WesternDigital's color coding. You got Seagate, you have many different brands, but today I'm only going to cover WesternDigital. I will do other videos on the Seagates and all the other different brands. Just put a request in the comment section below, and I will make a video on which one you want to know about. So first off, you're asking, well, WesternDigital is it better, bad? That's something that is really based on a user's opinion. Thus, if I would told you that Seagate's better than WesternDigital or Western better than Seagate, that's my opinion from my experience. Everyone has their own user experience, as they call it. But I technically have used WesternDigital since I started building computers. I've never changed the brands and never seen a reason why. But today we're just going to talk about a general topic of the color coding that they have come out with in a recent year or 2 years, a few years to say that. And this will help you explain down everything about the color coding. Now, I myself run some green, some blues, and I have a black and I've had a red. I've never had a purple before. So that's something that I can't say that I experienced all the colors, but I experienced most of the colors. They all operate generally the same. The only thing is the life expectancy is not as long as the other ones. Depends on how you use them. But as we get into breaking down the color coding, we'll work into that, and let's get into it. Alright, so the first color I want to get at is, of course, blue. Now, blue was the original desktop hard drive and notebook hard drives for WesternDigital before the green came about. The green is a cheaper version of that. So let's go into the blue, though. The blue, these are regular desktop and notebook hard drives. They spin at normal speeds, which runs about 54 and sometimes up to 7,200 RPMs. Now, the notebook hard drives have been known to only go to 5,400. Desktops can vary from 54 to 7,200 RPMs per minute. They work well on your PCs, your notebooks, and your everyday general combination computer, like an office computer or store-bought computer that's pre-built, like that you buy at Walmart, Best Buy, any technology store, or you use for college. Now, they do offer a good combination of speeds, and they only go between 500 gigabyte to 4 terabyte. Now, as we're getting into all this, now when you have a hard drive that's 3 terabytes or higher, most newer motherboards have to support that amount of capacity. If they don't support it, you go buy the drive, go hook it up. Like I said in my other video, you try to find it, you can't find it, to give a partition, and all that doesn't work. Well, there's a reason, because the motherboard doesn't understand it. Can't read the BIOS information off the hard drive to the motherboard to understand each other. So you have to have a motherboard that supports 3 terabyte and more, which most likely might not have gigabyte in ASUS. Now it's a 3 terabyte unlock feature that they have. And so when you buy your motherboard and you want to get anything higher to 2 terabytes, please make sure of any color that you have a supported feature for that. So back to the color here. Now, green. Green is a eco-friendly drive. It is made from basically no raw earth. It's basically no raw earth materials. Nothing. It's like kind of like having a Prius. Basically, it's economical. It's cheaper to make, and it doesn't cost as much. And you get generally almost the same percentage performance as the blue, but not as strong as the blue. The blue is a little bit higher than the green, and the green is a little bit lower than the blue. Unless I just confused you, and I do apologize. Basically, you have black, blue, green. Green, blue, black. Okay. So the green are eco-friendly drives. They offer between 500 and 4 terabytes as the other blue one does, but they're designed from ground to use less power, which means they're not quite as fast as blue drives, and they're the drives that go for when capacity and power efficiency are more important than speed. So this would be like the office computers or like a church computer, not like a gaming or anything of a server type or a NAS server drive. I should know, I burnt the hard drive out on doing this. This is why I say in the prior point that not all hard drives are made for everything. You have to understand the color coding. And it's a good thing WesternDigital did this, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people were disappointed when the hard drive burnt out. And yeah, they were like, well, I just bought it and it burnt out in like 6-7 months or a year. So now you know why. Okay, so the black, as I mentioned, is a gaming hard drive, and it's a ranks above the blue and above the green. So it's any drive in the black series is designed for performance. If you have a gaming PC, you want to operate your operating system to boot faster, or you want your games a little faster, you want a black drive. You'll find black drives cover everything from fast desktop drives to solid state drives to WD brand's new dual drive technology that has an SSD and a regular hard drive sandwiched into a single 9mm enclosure. You also find the WD's 10,000 RPMs Velociraptor drives in this category. Now the Velociraptor drives and the hybrid drive is what's on the SSD and a hard drive, so it's SSHD. We'll get more into that in a separate video. I don't want to confuse you with just getting you the color ratio compared to performance, and all of a sudden I'm jumping topic and so on. So let's stay with the basics, and then we'll do a video on that on another video, because I've never had an SSHD. I would love to get one. If Western Digital would love to sponsor this one, oh my god, thank you. But till then, we'll look it up, find information, and tell you more. Now back to the topic is, they are good for gaming. They can handle a workload of reading and writing and multiple faster. Now when I mentioned booting your system faster, yes, they do spin faster, they read faster, they write faster, and I'm pretty sure all these drives do come up with a 6 GB SATA interface. So you have a SATA 3 interface on all these drives. Now when I say SATA 3, SATA 1, SATA 2 series, but those were the earlier SATA series connectors that were able to, you can connect. So if you connect a Series 2 to a Series 1 motherboard, it's not going to work, which if you have a Series 1 motherboard, you get a pretty old system, so you might need to upgrade. If you have a Series 2 to Series 3, you might get by with an adapter to get by, but I do know they do sell adapters for those. I've never had to use them myself, but Google, you'll find a SATA series adapters to help you out. So anyways, back to the topic is that the black is a very universal hard drive. It can do everything the green, blue, and black can. Black can do a lot of stuff. It's basically the top performance desktop hard drive you'll ever find. Now when I say these three category colors are for desktops, they're strictly desktop use, because the next colors we're getting into are going to classify different types of use for your data servers, for everything. Now before we get into those other ones, the blue, green, and black do have 3 different types of series within their own series. They have an entry, mainstream, and they have basically a good ass performance hard drive. Your entry would be up to 1 terabyte. Your mainstream is 2 to 4, and your performance one would be from 4 to 6. So do not get performance confused also with the colors, because there are a category of desktop colors and server colors and NAS colors. So that is a more advanced video. I really want to just not toss and confuse you right now. And then now we're going to go into the enterprise hard drives, or the NAS servers, data centers, everything you host your websites, from accessing your websites to from the saving files to in a remote storage or cloud storage. Now these are really good hard drives. I use them a lot. I've actually burnt out a regular green one using it for a NAS, like I said earlier, because they're not built for it. So let's get into it. This one is a relatively new, having only launched in July of 2002. It encompasses drives that are designed for in-network attached setups, which otherwise known as NAS. They are specifically designed to be on working 24/7, which other drives aren't. And like I said earlier, I fried a green hard drive, a green class hard drive, because I ran it 24/7, and that's why your hard drive might go bad. So those of you who are thinking about buying a computer and like, I got a cheap budget, think about the hard drive, because you don't want to get a year down the road and you don't have any more money to buy another hard drive, and you just burnt your hard drive out because you overworked your hard drive. Make sure you get the right class and your right things. Even though you have to invest some more money, you get more time out of it and more warranty. Now back to the red hard drive is, of course, they support up to 4 terabytes. If you're running a multiple NAS device, these drives are populated with bays within its bays. So basically what I'm saying, you can have up to 16 hard drives on one big server blade or server computer. So basically you can have all that running in one big data center. The purple is the newest category, and recently, 28th of February 2014. The purple represents drives that have been purposely built to work in surveillance solutions that can record footage to hard drives 24/7. So it's been designed to withstand incredible heat up to 75 degrees Celsius. They are quieter than the average desktop hard drive, and they feature very fast recipes that can handle up to 32 simultaneous HD camera feeds at once. Now that is a lot of read and writing speed. I would use that for a gaming hard drive, honestly, because man, come on now. That's a lot of writing speed, and it can handle pretty high temperatures. Now, the red and the purple can be handled the same. You could run the red as the same because it's a data center, but can it handle 32 simultaneous HD feeds at once? Probably not. You're going to burn it out. So, and reading of all this, so let me give you a general breakdown. Red and purple are your data centers. Your purple is your surveillance centers. Your black, green, and blue are your desktop hard drives. That basically black is like the top performance hard drive. Blue is like secondary. So if you're on a budget, blue would be your best. Green is for like your office computers. Do not ever run gaming computers on a green hard drive. You'll burn them out. I've been there before. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, any confusion, maybe I missed something, leave a comment in the section below. I will reply back to you and make another video about it. Also, like I said, I will make videos about the other ones, about the subcategories within the color categories. And on top of that, the SSHD, which is a hybrid HD. And on top of that, the new Velocipede drives that I've never even had a chance to mess with or even understand yet. And we will make a new video on that. So as I say, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Follow me at bburk1990 at Twitter and bburk1990 at Instagram. Leave a comment section below. Any questions, comments, concerns. Hit the like button, dislike, and if you dislike, hit the dislike button. I don't know what to say. I will see you in the next video of Tech Tips. Bye.